welcome back to the latest update from your hairy godmother. I will soon be diving back into my electrolysis videos. It's been a while since I made those updates. I know it, and many of you have been anxiously awaiting and letting me know that you're looking forward to those electrolysis updates. I have a 2-hour electrolysis appointment this week, and I have the next several weeks booked into November. So get ready for those electrolysis updates that have been a long time coming. In this video, however, I would like to share another aspect of my polycystic ovarian story. And so just to start, as many of you may know, or many of you may not know, I have had polycystic ovarian syndrome since I was 15 years old, and now I'm 35. Actually, I've had symptoms since I was 15. I was diagnosed at 17. And at the time of that appointment and my diagnosis, my doctor also casually said, and you also will never be able to have kids. Just very emotionlessly, factually, and casually. And when you're a 17-year-old teenage girl that's starting to grow into who you are and understand adult life and learning that you have a medical condition for the first time, being told you're never going to be able to have kids is a pretty severe thing to say to a 17-year-old girl out of nowhere. It stuck with me. It hit me hard. And although I was young and had no immediate plans to be a mom at 17, it still made me kind of cast the future of my whole life in front of me and envisioning the fact that no matter what, because this doctor just told me, I would never be a mom. So, needless to say, that is not my doctor anymore at this time, regardless. But over the next several years, I finished high school, went to college. The symptoms that I did have, other than, as you all know, the excess facial hair that I am still battling today and ridding of with the electrolysis, I had extremely irregular periods. I would go months on end with absolutely no menstrual cycle. I'm talking 6, 7, 8, 9 months plus with absolutely nothing. And then out of nowhere, I would get my period for maybe like 3 days. And then I would go another 6 months, 12 months, no period. Just that went on through my teens and my 20s. And as I continued through college, I was drinking a lot. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in life. I felt different than everybody. My PCOS symptoms were adding to other side effects of anxiety and depression, and that just made me think less of myself, feel less of myself, drink even more, and I just kind of lost myself as I got later into my 20s. And then on May 19th, 2014, I quit drinking for good. And when I did that, I lost like 20 pounds just from that change alone. And in addition to losing that weight to start and how much better I felt without drinking and no hangovers and all the negative things that come along with how alcohol affected me, I was motivated to continue that health journey, and I continued losing more weight over the span of the next several years as I was in my late 20s, and I ended up losing 70 pounds. So after that happened, Unfortunately, none of my other PCOS symptoms went away. But the one thing that did change like a light switch was my menstrual cycle. I started ovulating and getting my period again every single month. Now, granted, it's not on the same exact day of every single month, but within a week or a week and a half's span of time, it comes. And ever since I lost that weight, I have gotten my period every single month. And to experience that for the first time in your life at 30 years old was awesome, because I did everything naturally and I re-regulated that element of my body and my PCOS. And fast forward several years later, I'm now in a whole new part of life. I moved away, I married the love of my life, and I have a home, I have a full-time job, we're happy and healthy, and I can't help but look back on those years of the struggles and the unhealthy choices and the drinking and the just absolute out of whack way that my body was. So I'm very grateful that I was able to naturally re-regulate my body, because I'm pregnant now. And this is part of the reason why I haven't made a video in a while, because I couldn't say anything, first of all, for a while. And I don't know, I'm like nervous, or no, I'm not nervous, I'm just excited and adrenaline rush talking about it, because I never really thought that it could happen. I'm like less than a week away from going into my second trimester. I don't know if it's a girl or boy yet, but I'll know in about 3 weeks. But all I know right now is that I wish that I could go back to that day when I was 17 and I was driving home from that doctor's appointment. I wish I was in the car with myself at that age. And I wish that I could tell myself that a long, difficult road is ahead, but that doctor is not who writes my story. I am the one that writes my story. And I made the changes that I made that resulted in my body re-regulating itself to allow me now to be pregnant. And when you're that young and a professional medical doctor tells you that you'll never be able to have kids, you know, after several years, you believe that. And I was beyond accepting the fact that I would never be a mom. And I watched all my sisters have their children, all of my dearest girlfriends have their children, and I adore them all in such ways that my heart didn't even realize was possible. But now I'm gonna have a baby and I am going to be a mom. And it may have taken 18 years later, but you know, in life you blink and 20 years goes by. So although it's been 18 years, I am now here and I have a baby that is going to be joining us in May of 2024. And I am so happy and I am really proud of the support that this channel has created, that the support that my friends and family have given me and that my husband has given me through, God, here we go, now I'm crying on the internet. But the pride that I feel for all of those people, and I have to say I'm also really proud of my younger self too, for staying consistent with the changes I chose to make, because now what I thought was my reality is not. My reality now is that I am going to be a mom, and it was all completely natural. And I know that so many of you with this PCOS have been trying to conceive for months and months or years and years. And I'm so fortunate and grateful that I was able to do it on my own naturally and got my body to the point of conceiving naturally. I didn't use any drugs. I didn't use any doctors. I didn't use any fertility treatments, IVF, IUI, none of that. And I know that some of that works wonderfully for people and they have that success. And there's so many methods that could get you to this point. And if that is what you want, then do it so that you can feel this dream yourself too. But I also want you to know that it is also possible in a natural way. If you have this PCOS and somebody told you you're never going to be able to have kids, that isn't necessarily true. And, you know, you can't just cross your fingers and rely on hope. You do have to make the changes or take the actions needed to get your body to the point of being able to conceive. And it takes a lot of work, but it is so worth it. And I want this to not only be exciting news to share with you, because I will continue making pregnancy-specific videos as part of this PCOS support channel, in addition to my electrolysis videos, which, by the way, yes, I can continue getting electrolysis even though I am pregnant. But I want you to know that it's possible, and that if you feel lost or hopeless, or you are in 100% acceptance that you will never have kids, I was there too. And now I'm sitting in front of you and I'm pregnant, and it's possible. So I wanted to share that with you. I want to encourage you. And if you are struggling to conceive because of your infertility that is caused by this PCOS, know that I am giving you the biggest hug, and it might happen for you. So do the necessary steps, do your research, and if it doesn't happen for you, then I'm giving you an even bigger hug. But thank you for your support and your loyalty to my channel. And I can't reiterate enough how much you guys letting me know that my video updates give you something to look forward to, give you something that inspires you, whether it's on your electrolysis journey or your exercise journey, or now a pregnancy journey. It all ties into the whole reason why I made this channel in the first place. And I can't wait to continue updating you about my journey. I want to hear about yours. So stay tuned for this specific playlist of my PCOS pregnancy journey. And I promise also that I will be getting back to my electrolysis videos soon. And thank you. I hope that you are doing amazing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.